everyone, my name is Vanessa and I'm really excited to be a part of the P.L.A.N project. In our project we focus on using new methods to improve learning, and one of our key tools is School Scrum. If you're new to School Scrum, don't worry. We have some simple videos that explain the basics and show you how to start using it in your classroom. Today I'm very happy to introduce our latest video where we show you how to use School Scrum with Padlet. This video will guide you step by step on how to set up and manage your Scrum process online. It's easier than it sounds and can really help you and your students stay on track and work better together. So let's get started with School Scrum and see how it can help us learn and grow together. In this video I show you how you can use Padlet to manage the Scrum process in your classroom. In my opinion, Padlet is a helpful tool that keeps everything organized in one place, making sure everyone knows what to do. So let's start by looking at this example Padlet I set up with different columns to represent each step of the Scrum process. Next I'll explain what each column is for and how it can help you get your work done. So the first column is Scrum Basics. Here you find the basic information about Scrum. There's also a Scrum memory game that helps you and your students learn the key Scrum terms in a fun way. I think this game is a good way for students to understand Scrum and how they might use the Padlet. So this is the Scrum memory. For me and my students it worked very well. So next we have the initial situation. This is where you explain the problems you're trying to solve with your project. It gives students the background they need to understand what the project is about and why it is important. In my case, it's a problem the Heinrich company is dealing with. So the third column, here it is. The third column is about roles and responsibilities. This column explains the different roles in the Scrum team, like the product owner, the Scrum master, and the development team. Each role has its own task, and it's very important for students to know what each role does so they can work together effectively. In the next column, role distributions, your students will write down their names and choose their role by coloring their name in the right color. For example, blue for the product owner, green for the Scrum master, yellow for the development team. So this helps make sure that everyone gets a role that suits them and that roles are clearly assigned. So what next? Yeah. The product backlog column is where the product owner lists all the tasks and user stories that need to be done. These tasks are prioritized by importance. So you see a sample user story and task here as an example, but the product owner can add more tasks as needed. This column helps everyone see what needs to be done and in what order. The definition of ready and definition of done column is where you agree on what makes a task ready to start and what makes a task done. It's important to set these roles with the students before starting work. This way everyone knows exactly when a task is ready to be worked on and when it's fully finished. Next is the sprint planning. This is where the team decide which task from the product backlog will be worked on in each sprint. The product owner move these tasks to several sprints. For example, to sprint 1. So before you start, you need to decide how long each sprint will be, usually between 1 and 2 weeks. This planning helps you set goals and make sure everyone knows what to focus on. Additionally, your students can use the colors to describe whether the task is ready, or whether they need to start, or they need help, or so on. So after each sprint, the sprint review column is used to present and document the work that has been completed. During the sprint review, students will show how their work meets the acceptance criteria, and they will get feedback from each teacher and other students. So this feedback is important for improving the work and making sure that it meets the project goals. Next, the sprint retrospective column is where the team looks back on the sprint that just finished. This is a time for students to talk about what went well, what didn't, and how they can improve for the next sprint. Writing down these ideas can help the team learn from the experience and do better next time. In the background, please don't worry, this is my dog. So the last column is the daily stand-up. This is where you can keep track of your daily meetings. So each day, each lesson, students will answer 3 questions. What did I do yesterday? What will I do today? And there are any problems in my way. These meetings can help everyone stay on the same page and solve any issues quickly. So, in the end, this Padlet is just an example of how you can organize and manage your Scrum process in your classroom. I think it keeps all the information in one place and makes it easy to see what needs to be done, and helps everyone to work together. And you can make sure your project runs smoothly and that everyone knows what they need to do. And yes, that's it. This Padlet is my main tool for managing the Scrum process. I'll share the link to this Padlet so that everyone who is interested can clone it and use it for their own content. If you have any question, just ask. Let's work together to this project. And thank you for watching.